Children's voice matters, and the town of Opatija listens to its younger citizens. This is attested to by the fact that we will host this important European conference that we will announce today. Welcome to Gervais Center, to Opatija, a child-friendly town. With us today are Mayor of Opatija, Mr. Ivo Dujmic, Secretary General of Eurochild Conference, Jana Hensworth, then our dear guest from UNICEF, Head of UNICEF Office for Croatia, Valentina Otmancic, and our hosts, Secretary of the Our Children's Society of Opatija, Sanja Škorić, and Children's Mayor, Petra Deranja. I'd like to welcome all the journalists, and especially our young journalists who will attend this press conference and also the Eurochild conference in October. And these are young journalists from elementary school Opatija, elementary school Lovran, and children's home of Lovran. Welcome to Opatija, welcome to this press conference. This conference will be spoken in Croatian with interpretation in English. Ms. Hensworth's speech will be in English. And now I invite Mayor of Opatija, Mr. Ivo Dujmic, to say a few words. Thank you. Dear Mrs. Hensworth, dear Mrs. Otmancic, dear Mrs. Škorić, and dear Ms. Deranja. Dear children, dear representatives of the media, and viewers from throughout Europe, hello from Opatija. It is my great pleasure to attend to this press conference, which will announce an important event for our town, hosting of the Eurochild conference. The town of Opatija is proud of its title of its binding title of a child-friendly town, which it obtained in November of 2005. Opatija was among the first 5 towns in Croatia which got this prestigious title. Since then, until today, we can look back at several dozen children's playgrounds in our town, children's beach, sports hall, improved access to the schools, but also speed measuring devices close to kindergartens and schools. For elementary school pupils, we have free textbooks. Kindergartens and elementary school of Opatija also have a speech therapist, pedagogue, social pedagogue, psychologist. We encourage the development of children through different sporting activities financed by the town. I'm very proud of our Children's Town Council and Children Forum, and their activities have been recognized outside Croatia, which is attested to by the fact that we will host this prestigious Eurochild conference. Children in Opatija are active through Children's Council, and they have their own statute. I am always present at their meetings with my deputies. Town offers all the logistic support for the implementation of children's projects. Members of the Children's Council ask questions to us adults and get answers, and we together discuss projects which they want to be implemented. I feel confident that because of all these activities and benefits for the children of Opatija, that we have well deserved to host this Eurochild conference, which will take place in this year, in the autumn. Come to Opatija. I feel confident that you'll go back home throughout Europe full of nice memories. Thank you. And now, Secretary of our society, our Children's Society of Opatija, Sanja Škorić, please introduce your association and children's participation. It gives me great pleasure that you are all here with us today. As our mayor has already said, we will announce the Eurochild conference entitled Building a Better Europe with Children All Aboard this October. Opatija, child-friendly town, will host this conference from 29 to 31st of October. As you have heard, the hosts of this important event are the town of Opatija and the society Our Children Opatija, under the auspices of the President of the Republic of Croatia, Mrs. Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović. The theme of the conference is active participation of children in public policy making at the local, national and European level under the motto, "We count on you, do you count on us?" I would like to say a few words about our society, Our Children. We are an NGO whose activities are oriented at organizing leisure time for preschool and school children. We base our work on the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, guidelines from the educational system of the Republic of Croatia, National Strategy for Children's Rights, and the wishes and needs of children and parents. Last year, we celebrated 65 years of working with children and for children. We are full members of the Union of Societies Our Children of Croatia, Coordination of Associations for Children, and we are also member of Eurochild Network and of the organization Child Right Connect. Objectives of our society are achieving children's rights and children's participation, organizing children's activities in leisure time, and helping parents and children in the development and education of their children. Our guidelines are love for children above all and promoting the value of volunteer work from the earliest age of our children, young people and adults. We particularly emphasize our activities on promoting the idea of active child participation. As our mayor said, since 1990s we started with the Children's Forum, and after that in the year 2000 we established our Children City Council. Since then, for more than 16 years, thanks to the collaboration and support of the adults in promoting the values of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, with special emphasis on active children's participation, we have continuously carried out this Children's Council program in our town. Our activities in promoting children's rights and active children's participation has been recognized outside Croatia. Therefore, we truly look forward to hosting this conference and to be able to show you what makes us so special when it comes to children and children participation. A special feature of this conference is that parallel with it, our town will also host the 14th meeting of the Children's Councils of Croatia, organized by the Union of Societies Our Children of Croatia and the Ministry of Demographics, Family, Youth and Social Policy. There is one interesting thing, that the meetings of children's councils started at the initiative of a member of a children's council of Opatija. This was initiated by Emma Starčić, who is today a journalist, and this was actually her idea, and since then until today this story of children's councils has been going on right from our town. Once again, I'd like to invite you all to join us, to take your time, come to Opatija and be part of this important event, both for adults and for our children, because only together can we build a better world for our youngest ones. Thank you. Thank you, Sanja Škorić. Now I invite, this is Jana Hensworth, to say a few words about Eurochild's conference and her organization.
Thank you very much. Europe today is facing many challenges. If we look at our demographics, we have a rapidly aging population throughout the continent. So older people are going to make up a growing share of our populations. And over recent years, many countries, especially in this region, have struggled to cope with migration flows of people escaping war or poverty in other parts of the world. And we're also witnessing growing inequality and social divide as the benefits of globalization and digitalization are unevenly spread in our societies. In this context, we have set a very ambitious title for our upcoming conference here in Opatija in October. It is Building a Better Europe with Children, all aboard. In Eurochild, we believe that realizing the right of every child to participate in decisions that are affecting them is an essential part of building a better Europe. If adults listen properly to children, and if they take their views seriously, children grow up feeling that they matter. They are more likely to be confident, healthy, and ready to learn. And adults will take better decisions about how to protect children and how to improve the quality of their lives if they are truly informed by children themselves. So at this conference, we will be bringing concrete examples of how children are actively participating in decision-making at different levels in society. We will be celebrating Croatia's long-standing experience of children's councils, especially as this event is organised in parallel with the 14th meeting of the Children's Councils of Croatia, organised by Union of Society, Our Children in Croatia. We are also developing some exciting plans together with UNICEF about consulting with children on the future of Europe, and we will be bringing some of those results back to the conference. We'll also bring a wealth of experience from across the Eurochild membership. We have, as Eurochild, over 130 member organisations working across 33 European countries. And our members include child rights advocates, networks of organisations, service providers, professionals, researchers, and public bodies. Child participation is one of our core goals, and it means developing services and policies together with children, not just for children. There are many examples of how this works in practice across Europe and how this contributes not only for better outcomes for children, but also for communities and society as a whole. The conference will also be backed up by a collection of research evidence on why child participation is so important and how it works in practice. We will have workshops where practitioners and policymakers, researchers, and children themselves can share their experience. And we're particularly looking forward to having study visits in and around the city of Opatija to see the excellent work that is going on here. But it's also important that Eurochild practices what we preach. Therefore, children will be involved in organising the conference, from choosing the title to designing the programme and to delivering the event. We have a youth advisory group which involves 10 young advisors from 9 European countries who will meet here in July to work out the final details of the conference and its delivery. And last but not least, we also have a programme advisory group with academics, NGOs, UNICEF, and the Children's Ombudsman's Office here in Croatia. And I'm delighted that UNICEF is also here today to say a few words about the event. I'd like to give a big thank you to Society Our Children Opatija and the city of Opatija for taking up the challenge of hosting Eurochild's conference this October, and we look forward to a highly successful event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. When it comes to children's participation in our country, UNICEF is always very important. It is therefore a great honor to have with us the head of UNICEF Office for Croatia, Mrs. Valentina Otmancic. Dear hosts, children and adults, dear colleagues from Eurochild. It is also my great pleasure and honor to be present at this press conference, which will take place this October in Opatija. I'm glad to see so many young members of media and children from the school. We at UNICEF, we try to support all the most vulnerable groups of children who do not live with their families, who live in poverty, who do not have all the services that they need, or refugees. And there has been some progress, but we are also facing great challenges that these groups of children are facing. We feel confident that these problems could be a little bit smaller if we could really listen to children, to listen to their needs, to their ideas. And we adults usually think that we know better, but what we forget is that actually children are experts who really know what it looks like, what does it mean to be a child today. Only Petra is sitting here as a child at this table. Therefore, we see children's participation as an important element in facing the challenges, especially with regard to vulnerable groups of children. It is therefore a great honor to be here in Opatija, a town which is a great example of collaboration with children. It is extremely important that Opatija has been recognized as a good practice example in a research that UNICEF published last year about children's participation in the Republic of Croatia. And this research has shown that the laws are okay, that they are good, but we need improvement in the practice. Numerous municipalities and towns do not include children as systematically as they should. It is therefore really good to be present at this conference, to take and to emphasize and to show the example of the town of Opatija, to inspire other towns, not only in Croatia, because this is also an international conference. Many will be inspired by the way children's participation is taking place here in Opatija. I would like to thank all the organizers who did great work and who will do much more work until October. I look forward to the conference, all the children, all the adults who will exchange their experiences and ideas and who will make participation a part of our decision making. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Otmancic. In Opatija, children's opinion matters, and children's ideas are always welcome. Now we will hear children's mayor Petra Deranja. I am particularly honored to bid you welcome on behalf of the children and young people of Opatija, a child-friendly town. Welcome to Opatija, a town where children's mayor and Mayor Mr. Dujmic, on the occasion of the 25th anniversary of adopting the most important document regarding children in the world, the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, signed a statement that Opatija is a town in which children and young people grow up happy, healthy and self-confident, and a town where they are respected as full persons, a town that encourages cooperation of all stakeholders with the aim of promoting the rights and well-being of the children, a town in which the rights and interests of children occupy a central place in making and implementing local policies, a town that builds partnership among children and adults, and that sees children as a valuable and important partner with whom it organizes activities that enrich children's lives in Opatija, and a town where children's opinion is heard and respected. We are glad to have the opportunity to be your host and to show you how we children live and grow up, planning and building our future on equal terms with adults. We look forward to welcoming you with open hearts and open arms. Thank you. Thank you, Petra, and all our speakers once again. Now I invite journalists to ask questions. Please use the microphone. Are there any questions? All the viewers who are watching this via video stream can also ask questions through live chat, so we can also wait if there comes any question. So we have a question here. Lana Zrinchak. I'm a member of Young Journalists from Opatija. My question is, where does the idea of collaboration between Society Our Children Opatija and Eurochild came from? In the year 2010, Our Children's Society has signed to a tender which was designed to encourage activities and programs for children with disabilities and fighting against children's poverty. And our two projects that we applied to this tender and which we carried out together with Children's Council, and this was aimed at raising the awareness of people about rights of people with disabilities. And the other project that we were involved was called Tapori, which was aimed at promoting, fighting against children's poverty. In this way, this opened the door to collaboration with children from Europe. In this year, we went for the first time to Brussels. We showed what we do, what our activities are, and we applied for full membership of Eurochild, and this was the beginning. Since then, we have been active and we have been working together. Thank you. Are there any more questions? Are there any questions via chat? No? So thank you once again to all of you. The video of this conference can be viewed at the website and the link that you have received in your press material and on websites of Our Children's Society and Town of Opatija. If any journalist needs a statement from our speakers, you can do so, and you can also join us for a refreshment here in foyer. Thank you very much.